Guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the last video on this flow chart, we went over income. So in this video, we're going to go over the next bubble here in the chart, and that is checking account. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And let's get into it. Let's create a budget. Let's get out of debt. Let's build wealth. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you like that little intro. I'm helping my son with stop motion with Legos, and so I thought I would do one on this channel, and that took way too long to make. I don't think I will be doing that again. I know it was a little shaky and choppy, but it was a first attempt. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the checking account. Again, this flow is something I came up with. I think it's really good that people understand each of these sections, because each of these little bubbles go a lot deeper than, just saying income or saying checking account or saying line of credit. There's a lot more that goes into it. So today we're going to focus on checking account. So the checking account, on flow chart there is kind of a minor thing in a way, but if you really think about it, it's kind of major also, because it is the starting point on which all areas, that is the starting point in which the money is going to flow from, which direction is going to go. So it's basically kind of like the railroad switch or something. If you think about a railroad, you pull that switch, the train will go into a different direction. Or if you leave it, it'll stay going on a certain path. This is kind of the starting point in which all the money flows. And remember guys, what we teach on this channel, especially for like creating your budget, is for each account, we always have two accounts. One account will be our main checking account. This will be the account, so you would direct all income into this main checking account. So dealing with checking accounts, another thing is if you currently have your income going into multiple checking accounts, the whole point in all of this is to make it as easy as possible. It is human nature to do what's easy. So we want to do this easy. Before I learned about money, finance, and all of this, I used to have, 4 or 5 checking accounts, separating money, separating different savings and all this other stuff. But the easiest way is to funnel all income into this main checking account. And then you want to open a second checking account. Now the second checking account will be your budget. So on this channel, instead of budget apps or stuffing envelopes or things like that, we have our second checking account. So we look at budget as if it was a bill every month. So once you figure out your budget, you'll be transferring that amount once a month into that second checking account, but we'll talk about that when we budget. But the main focus is the checking account. Now there's things you want to look at when opening a checking account. I always say open the second checking account at the same bank. You don't absolutely have to do that, but it does make it easier when it's time to pay your budget to that second checking account. And then you want to look at fees. Make sure that there's not any fees when transferring. You want to look at the availability as far as like checking your balance. So if you're able to check easily by, some banks and even credit unions, I prefer credit union actually over banks. I think it's easier when it comes to like leverage and getting ready to open a line of credit. Sometimes I think credit unions, in my experience anyway, has always been easier, to like your local credit union to open a line of credit than going through like Wells Fargo, Chase, or US Bank or something like that. So, put a little bit of thought into it. A little bit of thought will go a long way, because you're looking at this over a lifetime. So, time is the most precious commodity that we have. And if all of this is going to add up over time, then it's worth doing it. It's worth putting a little bit of effort into it. Thinking about where you want to open your account, whether you want to switch over or change, or just the different features. Make sure you just ask them. And if you're new and you're just opening a checking account, I would suggest as soon as you open or you're in the bank, asking them questions. Really, they're working for you. You're not working for them. You're not, oh, I want to put my money here. They're all, trying to get you business. So put a little bit of thought into it. Think about, how easy it is to transfer, and remember that this is going to be basically the switch, the lever that's going to decide in which direction your money is going to flow. So it has a lot to do with it. I mean, we will be using Family Bank for this, but even in the infinite banking concept, we still use banks. Once you have your bank fully funded, you won't need banks as far as financing or really using them, but we still need them for their infrastructure. They already have the infrastructure to be able to use the cards, to be able to transfer, to be able to do all of those things. You'll need to use a bank. So again, put some thought into it. Think about which bank you want to use, the ease of access bank, the ease, the website, mobile apps, all the different features. I mean, again, banking, it's like one of those, not the checking account itself, not the most important, but then it is too. So, because it is what directs all of your income and what you're going to be using to transfer that income. Money is all about flowing, right? I mean, we want to keep our money flowing. We don't want hiccup at like a bank. So do your research, see which bank works best for you. Put a little bit of thought. Again, in the long run, it makes a difference, but it's not that huge of a difference, but it's still something that you want to look and think about. Don't forget to always keep 1 month of expense in your checking account. When you look at your checking account, don't look at it as $0 as a, if you're negative after you owe $0, your negative point. Always keep 1 month's worth of expense in there, and then a little bit of buffer on top of that. That will always be your 0 point at the checking account. So, and again, guys, once you open that checking account, once you're at the bank, once you've decided which bank and checking account you want, start talking to them, to the bank. Ask them about lines of credit. Ask them what they look for. Start building a relationship. Always, it's even good to maybe sometimes go in the bank. A lot of times, a lot of stuff is done online now. But if you're using a bank that's pretty local and close to you, go in every now and then, make deposits, and then stop by that office on the side, whoever it is that approves the line of credit or you talk to about the line of credit, and just start building a relationship. Leverage. We are our own banker, but we need to use other people, other businesses to help keep pushing us forward in a direction. Check out, once you have that bank, again, get their number, call them every now and then. Just kind of let them know. If you walk into the bank, they should be able to know your name. Call them, they should be able to know who you are. That way, when it's going to make it a lot easier when you go to get the line of credit to start catapulting. So guys, I hope you found value in this video. If you did, I appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell so you never miss a video. See you on the next one.